today I am doing Min Cap's Darker Side. If you somehow don't know what Min Caps is, it's beating the game with 3 captures. That is the minimum. And it is a 2-player run, which means I'm playing with my hands and I'm playing with my feet. And normally that's Min Caps. You beat the game with only 3 captures. What isn't specified is that is actually minimum captures any percent. So this is minimum captures Darker Side, which means getting to Darker Side and beating Darker Side in the minimum amount of captures. So I have to get 500 moons and beat Darker Side. It takes 3 captures to get to Darker Side and then 1 capture to beat Darker Side. So technically it is 4. This is an insanely difficult run. It's been a while. I used to speedrun this category actually, and my PB was down to about 7.5 hours, which is crazy looking back on, because the first times I did this, it would take like 15 hours. And I decided to come back to it for one main reason. And that is because Moarf 23 is currently doing every category in Mario Odyssey. And since I speedrun this, it has actually become an official category. This was not an official category back when I speedran it, but now it is. So Moarf has to do it. And I just wanted to show him how bad it will be. Let's just get started. 3, 2, 1, go! I've also only been playing Donkey Kong lately, so I'm going to be a little rusty just in Odyssey in general. Coins in the crates under... Wait, yeah, why are we getting coins? Nah, whatever. This is definitely different from when I used to run it. Now we're going to see the benefits of 2-player mode with things like this. Oops. I kind of messed it up, but you get the gist. What? God, I'm so bad at the game now. Left side. Achieved, and like it wasn't even close. That was actually kind of crazy. All right, Cap Kingdom done. All right, well, there's our first capture of the game already out of 4. All right, we got to get some purples. Unfortunately, we do have to get a lot of purples and do stuff like that because of Toadette moons are very important in this run. I almost just captured the chain chomp. What am I doing? We're gonna clip out of bounds here. We're gonna get these purples, please. What's next? The chest moon. Okay. We'll see if we can get chest clip. I missed. It's crazy. Very, very rusty. I'm feeling it. Both Odyssey rusty and Min Cap's rusty. Let's get the checkpoint just in case. Let's go here. We're trapping Cap. We're trapping Cappy there. I think he moved. Oh, maybe not. He didn't, right? Oh, Cappy. If the Cappy icon is not showing up, I believe that means he's stuck. I am right. Okay. We'll just use one Joy-Con to make it simple. Okay, let's line up the CRC. That looks good. And there it is. There it is. Easy as that, baby. And then one last clip out of bounds. I don't know if you can really call it a clip, though. You kind of just go through a wall. They just kind of forgot to put collision there. And there it is. Now we're done with Cascade for now. All right, now we're on to the very, very hard parts. Things get a lot more open. Solutions to getting moons get a lot more complicated. By the way, if I accidentally capture anything, it's not a big deal. As long as you, as long as you close out the game very quickly, the game will not save that you got that capture. 2P roll cancels go crazy. Yeah, Two-player roll cancels, if you know how roll cancels work, you have to press like Y and then B after rolling in like pretty quick succession. But in 2-player mode, it actually doesn't work that way. You have to hit them on the exact same frame. It's not as hard as it sounds since you're just using the one finger anyways to hit both buttons, but it is just a little thing that makes it harder to do roll cancels in 2-player. This doesn't seem very good. Somehow it was close. As long as I just envision the line, I pay very close attention to the line. And I just envision it. Just like that, baby. I've never seen that happen before. I just planted 2 seeds in the same pot. What the hell just happened? How did I do that? Okay, it's alive. Thank God. I thought I was going to have to reset for a second. Dude. Do this part blind to manipulate the bullet bill cycles or something. It almost worked. Oh, fuck. Float across the gap. Confuses people every time. Okay, now we have to go get this moon now. And if we don't get it now, it's impossible to get without a capture. Okay, and then I have to die. Because after beating Harriet, the pyramid gets raised. And once the pyramid is raised, you can no longer get on top without a capture. Okay, just like that. Sand Kingdom is done for like the next 10 minutes and then we'll be back. But we're going Lake, and Lake has one very hard trick. The first time I did it, I think it took me like almost an hour. And like every time I did it after that, it would take me about the same amount of time. It's a hard trick. We're gonna clip out of bounds. This is not the hard part, but it is a hard clip. Although, wait, I could just do the alternate clip. Never mind. Uh-oh. Don't go in there. Are you serious? What the hell? And now the hard part. So now I need to land half inbounds and half out of bounds right on the edge of this little room. If I land too far out of bounds, I obviously just miss. If I land too far inbounds, I have to clip out again. And I went too far inbounds. So yeah, I have to land half in, half out, and on the very edge. Otherwise, the jump afterwards is not actually possible. Oh. No! I hit my head. Oh, there we go. Okay. And now we just got to do leg clip. We got it, though. Easy peasy. There we go. There we go. Okay, that's better. All right, now we're finally done with this. Lake Kingdom becomes easy now. It's almost time to go into assist mode. And assist mode is when this run becomes very broken. And now we're going here. Let's go. All right, we are back in Sand Kingdom already. And there's a good amount to do here. I started that spin way too early. Right there. Boink. What? Okay. Jaxie time. But we're not riding him. Why didn't I die? Okay. Exit via the pipe. Can't get the angle. Let's get these purples. And we're going in. This part's easy, obviously. There's no captures involved. Probably less. Oh, whoops. Wow. I'm talking about finished runs. Where? Come on. I guess I'm... Oh, okay. Exit via the pipe. And now we are going to Metro Kingdom. Get this moon. All right. The Western version of the CRC. I'm sure most of you know, but I'll explain anyways. So I'm going to teleport Cappy. It's very complicated and I don't even know how it works. But essentially, I'm going to send Cappy in two-player mode, as you can see, very far into the void. I have to make sure I'm facing perfectly west. I don't know why. It makes a difference. I'll wait until the minute comes to make it easier. I have to ground pound for 1 minute and 9 seconds. So we'll go to 4109. I'm just going to spam the ground pound button. Cappy's going to get really far away from me. Then I'm going to do some stuff. And essentially, he will teleport away from me that exact same distance, but in the direction that Mario's facing. So I'm going to do a setup. We're going to do a whole thing. And it's going to send Cappy exactly where I'm facing, which if I do it properly, will be at the checkpoint. He'll hit the checkpoint. I'll be able to access Metro Kingdom early. Bada bing, bada boom. We get to do Metro Kingdom without ever having to fight the Mecha Wiggler, which does take a capture because you need the tank in order to beat the Mecha Wiggler. And yeah, we're going to be doing this a few times. This is the first of many CRCs we're going to do, but this one will give you a little demo before we get into Bowser's Kingdom, which is where we're going to do a buttload. And boom, 1, 2. Now we're going to shake, and then we're going to pause buffer. And once Cappy's icon moves to the right, that is when I do the next step. I think it moved. Did it move? No. I think I started pause buffering too early. There we go. Okay, now we go into one-player mode, go into first-person snapshot. You gotta be very tight on all the timings here because you only have about 2 seconds before Cappy starts warping back to you. We're gonna line it up perfectly. It's very hard. The controls are very sensitive. All right, and I messed it up somehow. Okay, something got messed up. So we go again. So I'm shaking the controller this whole time. Uh-oh, I kind of waited a little too long. I might have been too slow. Oh, never mind. All right. Let's go. So now we are in Metro Kingdom early. It's a little wacky. There's some stuff different. Some stuff's the same as what you might be used to. Some stuff's inaccessible. We can't really progress the story at all past the musicians, but we will be doing the musicians, of course. All right, now we are going to do one of the craziest glitches in the entire game. So our goal here is to get to Dizzying Heights, the moon on the very top of City Hall. And that is impossible to get without using a wire. However, it's not that simple. Using assist mode, we can do some funky stuff. So assist mode, as you know, if you fall into a void, it bubbles you and it sends you back to the last safe place that you were standing. And if you didn't have anywhere you stood safely, okay, I touched the ground, it just won't bubble you. But we're gonna do something like that, right? So we're gonna leave this sub area and do a quote unquote frame perfect, it's buffered, but a frame perfect cap bounce to make it so that the last safe place we stood was in here. And normally, since it's a sub area, that would just make it so you don't have anywhere safe to stand. But this isn't really a sub area. This is a separate room that's just really far away in the void. So it's going to be a little wacky if we actually manage to get the trick.
That might have worked. So we got to be very careful not to touch any ground. We're only going to be doing ledge grabs. We're going to go into the void. And... oh, and there it is. Oh, but it took us through the loading zone. So I guess that's why I need to start a little bit further away from the loading zone. More like over here, I guess. The way that this game works is there's not actually like invisible walls outside of the kingdoms to stop you from leaving. There we go. Instead, it's a force. And the force is kind of being enacted on us. You can see, like, I can't really walk this way. It's kind of broken. That's called suckage. What suckage does is it's trying to bring you back to the map and suck you back in. And so if we manage to jump on this pole in the right way and clip through the wall in just the right way, we should be able to get the game to just suck me all the way back. I know, pardon my language. Oh! And get me right over City Hall. I've never gotten it that fast. I was ready for this to take like a half hour. All right, and there you have it. That is suckage. Normally, you get a bunch of bad warps that don't take you all the way back. Stuff like that. I just kind of got it first try. That's pretty cool. Sorry, what's the next thing? How do they take out the trash? Got it. No, not you, Siri. I'm not talking to you. What? No! Shut up. I'm a little, like, flustered from getting that so fast. That was very shocking. All right, now we got some normal moons to get before we do, I think, one more... what? One more big clip. Crazy to think there was a time when I had all this memorized. You guys probably all know scooter clip. Nice and simple clip. Getting the moon in here. But you might not know about this other clip. This is scooter clip deluxe. I don't know. I think I'm naming it that right now. This one's very hard, very janky, and could take me a while, or it could take me one try. You kind of like get on this, you let Mario fall. Once he falls, you go up, you do that, and then he'll clip through the floor. Oh, wow. I'm kind of just on fire today. Then we just go along this loading zone into the sewer sub area that I've never learned how to do fast, but we'll try our best. Ah! Sub hour in this room is crazy. It is kind of crazy. I've like taken over an hour on some of the tricks I've done up to this part. The fact that I'm getting here in less than an hour is kind of ridiculous. All right, purple's on the grate. Then we go catch a toad. No swing in the breeze, sorry. All right, almost done. We should have 31 moons right now. We do, huge. And 77 purple coinages. We do. All right, on to Wooded Kingdom, where, surprise, we're doing the nut jump, which is a little weird. You might think that Bowser's Kingdom is the first place to do the nut jump, but no, it's Wooded. We got nut clip, huge. It's good because I didn't want to have to do the roll cancel clip. All right, now we need to get the stuff in the maze, but it's impossible to do it the normal way, so we have to go through backwards. I don't think you get that checkpoint until Wooded 2. Oh, never mind then. We're not doing the nut jump here yet. I just lied. That's called clickbaiting. Well, no, that's called lying for farming viewer retention. All right, Cloud Kingdom. I don't have to tell you nothing's different about Cloud Kingdom. I'm just kind of studying the Lost Kingdom route. I don't remember how to do the 2-player version of this, so I will just not. Ah! It's just such a long load back in. I think the purple's saved somehow. That worries me. Nope, still only one capture type. Okay, now we're doing Twisted Turnip Treasure in a second, which is usually like a very, very hard moon. However, in assist mode, it is not. You just go like this. And that's it. That's this kingdom done. For now, like we're coming back to all these kingdoms eventually, which is not the case. Impossible job! Oh my God. Okay, do not buy the golf cap, and I buy everything else. And I put this on because it's fun. Pretty much just getting a checkpoint here, and then we are done. Got it. Let's go. Snow Kingdom. Doing pretty well here. I want to open a second instance of Live Split to specifically see what my splits are like at this point. I finished Night Metro at 1 hour, 11 minutes. Wow, I'm not even that far behind my PB. Only 16 minutes. That's way less than I would have expected. Going straight to Schweria. I thought this was going to take me, my guess was 14 hours. I also couldn't remember how long my PB was, but my guess was 14 hours for the run. Why won't it let me ground pound? And now I'm thinking it might be more like 10, which is nice. It means I don't have to be up until 2 in the morning playing this game. Watch this, two-player tech. I think I messed up, guys. Where's the moon? I want to do the clip. Wait, did I get it? I got it, and then I clipped back and bounce because I didn't know where to go next. A very rare run where we are actually going to fight Rango. In fact, on the main leaderboard, there's not a single run where you fight Rango because it is simply faster to do the bound bowl, and then his moon just spawns in, and you don't have to fight him. Snow Kingdom's not that interesting. There's only one interesting part, and it's right at the end here. Now, this is ICC, or Ice Corner Clip. This is a clip we're going to be clipping in to get this moon that normally you need Goombas for. There's a very small gap in the corner, like a couple pixels wide, with a certain setup. That might work. Okay, well, if I long jumped. Just like that. And we got the moon, and we're out of bounds. That used to have no setup, and so I would just have to throw myself at that wall over and over, and it wasn't in assist mode, so if I messed up, I just died and had to restart the entire room. That was awful. Anyways, best moon in the game coming up. Oh, isn't it such a beautiful moon? It's like so cool. What a good moon. Very boring to get, but it's still a cool moon. There's a lot of cool stuff in the run, but I think Luncheon Kingdom, it might actually be the coolest part of the run. This one specific moon in Luncheon Kingdom. It is one of the most mind-boggling ones for sure. Why did I do that? Yippee! All right, this is a bit of a hard clip. We got to get the turnip in the perfect spot. Grab the ledge, jamming ourselves into the corner. Yeah, that was too close. Very janky. I need Mario to like walk forward a little and then grab. Oh, this one feels close. This one feels close. Come on. Oh, nope, not close enough. Why is he not ledge grabbing, bruh? Ah! Oh my God. Damn, dude, that took forever. All right, so now we need to get the moon in the other cheese. That's a moon, so we obviously cannot collect it with Cappy. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go stand against this wall. We're gonna put Cappy over here, and we're gonna do a damage clip. So right as we take damage, I'm gonna throw a Cappy and clip out of bounds. I clipped too far out of bounds. I think I didn't go neutral on the stick, which is what I need to do. There we go. Okay. Now I just hope I don't mess this part up. There we go. Okay, easy peasy. Oh! Oh! Oh, that was so close. I f***ed it up. Well, yeah, I'm skipping this. We're giving up on this. I don't normally give up on things like this, but there's a lot of run left, and I'd rather do the stuff I actually know how to do that I can like talk about and show how cool it is. All right, now we get to do the fun part. We got to get a life up part here, as well as the moon. Buy all purple items except the entire painting outfit and the big souvenir. Okay, so now we are going to be doing Luncheon Kingdom notes after this room. I'll start explaining. Because Luncheon Kingdom notes, as you know, is a bunch of notes across the lava. We're going to be getting it without using a lava bubble. It is extremely hard, and another reason why assist mode helps a lot here. Not only does it give us 9 health, which is more than you're able to get without being in assist mode, but assist mode actually does extend the length of timer challenges, and music notes are, you know, also like timer challenges. And you might be thinking, well, I'm confused. Once you hit the lava, you're just gonna bubble. But actually, there is a way around that. Just like what we did in Metro Kingdom to make it so there is no safe place to stand, we're gonna do the same thing here. But since this is a sub area, there's actually no safe place to stand, which means if I get the frame perfect, buffered frame perfect, but frame perfect bounce, then I go on the lava, I can just bounce because there's nowhere for the game to bubble me to. I'm having to remember how to do this. Okay, I remember now. So I have to bounce on the lava. Oh, I have to use Joy-Cons. That's what it is. Okay, I knew I was missing something. Down throws is what I'm missing. Why did Cappy not go? Well, I might as well practice. So I'm holding forward on the stick with my feet to get all these music notes. Yeah, there we go. Now we're getting the hang of it. There we go. Easy as that, dude. I'm just goated. That is Luncheon Kingdom notes. The first time I did that, it was not that fast. I've done that a lot of times at this point, though. All right, we're done with Luncheon, finally. All right, we skipped 2 moons here. That's fine. We have the ability to skip 1 more at any point. All right, here we go. Second capture of the run. It is time for CRC. This is an OG, the 1 to 2 island CRC. Okay, and now it's time for everyone's favorite part of Mincap's darker side. Now we just got a ground pound to the beat. Boom, and then backflip. I messed something up. That looks better. Boom. Let's go. Ooh, yikes. Yeah, I messed that up. Try it anyways. Oh my god! I'm crazy, dude. Psych! First try. Okay, now what is usually the easiest CRC, but is kind of also easy to mess up. I came up with this setup, by the way. Yeah, I discovered it myself. All right, 69 seconds of ground pounds. Actually, I think it's less now. 67. Come on, baby. Oh, that's good. That's the stuff right there. That's the stuff right there. Let's freaking go, dude. Yay! Let's go. Now the 4 to 5 CRC, which sucks and I hate it. First try. All right. Well, it is almost time for everyone's favorite trick. The first of many in this run. By many, I think I mean 3. First, I'm going to go into assist mode just because it makes the nut jump easier to back up. Our goal is to get to the mech fight right now. You usually have to take a wire, but we obviously can't do that. And our solution for everything else in this kingdom has obviously been doing CRCs, but CRCs only can help you get checkpoints, and there's no checkpoint up there. First thing we're going to do, we're going to throw this nut in the water, but not go down there with it. Once the nut hits the ground, in the water, it will despawn and respawn up here, and the nut will be wet. Why is that important? Nobody knows. However, once it is wet, I can then do the nut jump. It's about a 2, 3, 4 frame window, I don't really know, where you can throw the nut, dive, and catch the nut, and get infinite height. I haven't done this in a long time, so this might take a few tries. So that's the nut jump. Okay, and that's the nut jump. You can see it took me a while. I had to do like 8 in a row or something. And now we need to get up there. So I need to do like 40 in a row, something like that. Heyo, let's go. We are very deep into this run and only like a third of the way done with the moons. All right, this is gay clip. We're trying to ground pound straight through this spike. There's like a 1 pixel wide gap just in the middle of it for some reason. And it's really scary when you get it. I don't know why. It just jump scares me every time. I'm like getting nervous. Oh! I just had to lock in. All right, and here we go. Our third and like pretty much final capture. Oh, Cappy, why did I do that? All right, let's go. Just kidding. I don't know how to do that. Shifted through 2 dimensions. Up on the moon, will twirl and swoon. Why did my game audio just cut out? Is my singing that fucking bad? I can't hear anything. What the hell just happened? Everything's broken. My YouTube's buffering. Hello? Oh, hi. I can't hear anything. What is happening? My computer broke. All right, well, I guess I don't get audio for a little bit. This is toe clip. It could also be called toe jam. I think toe jam would be a better name because you're kind of just jamming into the toe. And there you go. We're clipped out and I missed the spot to land on. It's very hard. I could never figure out exactly where to land on. I can't see. Okay. There we go. Now we get the moon. Boop! Say hi, DK. I am in hell. What are you staring at? You're just looking at the route? Kind of hurting my ears. All right, I'll go to 557 and then I'm done. Oh my God, it burns. Ah! 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh, shit. Ah, good enough. Oh my God. Ow, 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 ow. It actually felt like someone was putting like hot rocks on my arm. It was legitimately burning. Oh, I don't want to move ever again. Oh my God. All right, now we get a fun moon. By fun, I mean a little bit janky, but kind of cool. We're going to go up to this guy. I'm going to start spinning. Talk to him. And we jump into the void. We get warped back. And if all goes well, we will be clipped inside of this house. Heyo. There we go. Okay, now we have a hard part. I remember I had multiple runs die to this, which is sad because this is pretty deep into the run, but I would lose like 10, 15 minutes. So it's this weird 2-player tech where I do a jump with Cappy and a cap throw with Mario at the same time to stall him in the air, but it's a fake jump, and then I do a cap return like that. Oh, wow. That makes it so easy. That's actually crazy. We're going back to Cascade? What is happening? Oh, we are more than halfway done with the run, I think, now. We're on slide 92 out of 167. So, yeah, more than halfway done. That was really bad. I was way too low there. Oh! Oh, who believed? Who believed? Who believed? No one. None of you believed, you motherfuckers. So, our goal right now, by the way, is to get that moon. You can see it all the way off in the distance, dead center of the screen. And there is only one way to get it without a capture. And it's with the dog. This may sound weird, but bear with me as I struggle to get the trick started. Because getting it started is kind of the hardest part. Oh, baby. Okay, so now we are dog hovering. For some reason, when you land on the dog, as he jumps, it doesn't reset his height. Only in version 1.0 of the game, of course. So now for the next, like, 6 minutes, I'm going to ride this dog all the way to the skybox. Does it break if you don't cap throw? You just need to stall for the right amount of time. Well, apparently, yes. What the hell? You jinxed it, bro. Oh, that's the ceiling. Yippee! Yeah, I guess I had enough height. This is with no cap bounce, by the way. Imagine if I missed. 10 minutes left to beat PB. Lock in. Okay, I'm trying to do darker CRC. Yeah, but that's easy. I have something to do since I can't sleep because of an owl that is going hoo-hoo. Yo, guys, I heard that someone in this chat is possessed by an owl. Who? Oh, you! Haktua. Owl on that thing. Sorry. I'm very tired. I think I'm starting to get to the delirious hours. How was it not Panks? Sappy. Savvy. What a horrible guess. Never mind. Flooded pipes. I'm doing the clip. Get ready for this epic clip. No! All right, nut jump time. Watch this. Pivot. Oh God, the pivot didn't work. I pivoted the wrong way. He didn't turn around. I think it's time I accepted that you created pivot. I did. I invented the pivot. You see that pivot? Only the creator could have done that. I'm kind of nutting like crazy today. What the hell? All the different reds. They're all just red. We can just be like light red, dark red. I hate when I say something's green. Someone's like, no, actually that's olive. Olive green, motherfucker. Like instead of like 1,000, it should just be like 10,000. And then 10,000 is 100. And then 1,000,000 is 1,000. Wait. Okay, now it's getting complicated. Let's get rid of half the alphabet while we're at it. I feel like I had a thought about this recently, but I agree. Like we don't need F when you can just use PH. Let's see. What other letters do we not need? We don't need P. It's just a hard B. Just put like a little line over the B. We obviously don't need K. We definitely don't need Y. We don't need Z. Z is just a soft S. W could literally be a double U. Yeah, you just use 2 U's. We don't need V because it's also just a different B. D or T needs to go. I think D, yeah. Because we need T for the TH sound. C has no sound of its own. It's just borrowing K or S when it feels like. Yeah, but then we can get rid of both and just have C. Can someone keep track of all the letters we're removing? And then we'll try to do something with this. KYS. Damn, Della, what the f? What is your problem? I can hear her like scream laughing. I just heard. So we're getting rid of D, F, K, Y, and S. All right, delete those ones. Z, Q. Oh, get rid of Q, man. Oh, we're getting rid of W though, and we're replacing it with 2 U's. So U has to stay. Are there any vowels we can get rid of? We don't need E if we have I. Is that true? I guess like you can just use an accent. If it's like since, or I mean since, you can just say like since. I haven't seen you since Wednesday. Wait, no, I have a good sense for this stuff. I literally just used the word since. Or we can get rid of I. Which one's easier to get rid of, I or E? Probably I. E is way more common. Yeah, we're getting rid of X. If you need that X sound, you can just do C. And the first C is the K sound. The second C is the S sound. Oh, you're right. There's no S. Sex is just spelled C-E-C-C. Why are we removing letters? To make things more simple. It is really hard to focus on this run while I'm trying to revolutionize English language. Simplicity.
I forgot I got rid of P and V, and now they're both just B. But won't that make things so much simpler? Because when someone's like P as in Peter, you don't have to say that anymore. You just say B as in Peter. All right, someone sent me the list. What did I get rid of? D, F, K, S, J, V, W, X, Y, Z, Q, and I. 12 letters. That's almost half. Wait, we're almost halfway there. All right, we need one more letter. M could be double N. Oh my God, you're right. If this is a video, something's got to be like subtitled like this. We could get it down to 10. All right, hold on. Let me do some thinking. All right, we do definitely need H for PH because we got rid of F. It's BH now. You're right. I'm just playing casually at this point. This run is severely slowed down. I'm literally not following the route at all. I'm just kind of doing my own thing. I don't think we can get rid of any more vowels. Can L go? I don't think L can go. L, D, T, T, L. I mean, L is kind of just like a light T, but I think it would be a little too much. Although if you look at like Asian languages, like L and R are kind of like interchangeable, right? New English. We got rid of I. I don't remember signing off on that one. And I am the king of New England. I didn't mean for that, but it's very funny and I'm okay with it. We all have to commit. Let's all change our usernames. The seed's almost grown. I've been here so long. Dude, it must have been so easy to be smart like 1,000 years ago. You just be like, oh my God, 7. And everyone's like, you're right. All right, now I need to focus on the run because I just lost maybe like a half hour of progress because of that. I can't wait for the first half of this video to be me like succinctly explaining all these tricks and doing a bunch of cool stuff. And then the second half is just my mental state fully collapsing and talking about New England and making a new language and prime numbers. And you changed your username? Why are we doing this? I did ask for it, but I didn't think people would commit. You can't change that for 2 months and you can't change it back to your old username for 6 months, just so everyone's aware. You're gonna like sub in someone's chat and and they're gonna be like, wait, how do I say your name? And you're gonna say it's pronounced arthropods, and they're gonna think you're a fucking psychopath. A, B, C, E, G, H, L, N, O, R, T, U. It's swell. All right, we have Bowser's 3. Bowser 3 is the name of this split, if I had splits. And this is where it actually just gets insanely hard. So let's do it. Everything here is very difficult. So for this one, I have to land on like little slivers on the edge. Oh! There we go. I just had to land on that little sliver. We're going to try to clip into here. You just have to like time cap throws into the wall. And then right after clipping through, I have to time a cap bounce so that I don't get stuck out of bounds because you can just get stuck. I feel like whoa. Oh, let's go. Now this is, I think this originally took me 2.5 hours, not to get the main moon, but to get the key moon at the bottom. The main moon's easy because it's assist mode. So we need to get there. Cappy cannot hit the key. It has to be Mario. This took me 2.5 hours the first time I did it. You have to wall jump back and forth. If you wall jump too early, you hit your head. If you try to wall jump too late, you obviously hit the poison and you're just slightly inching forward. And if you're not in assist mode, you have to get all the way to the key and all the way back. Yeah, sometimes he just doesn't slide, it feels like. Boom! Let's go! Oh, God, no, the Pokio move. Oh, no. I remember how horrible this was, dude. This one's tough. There's a lot of, like, weird manipulation you have to do. Get him to walk off. Okay, let's kill these spinies. Oh, wait, this is going really well. What the hell? Hold on! Ah! Oh my God! That was all just from memory from when I used to run this like 2-3 years ago. That was so fast! This room also took me about 2.5 hours. Now we have to do similar to what we just did. Wall jump across without touching the ground. Wait, I'm starting to think I wasn't even supposed to do this. Okay, well this works. Yep. All right, I think we got that. Now I just have to remember how to do this. So our goal, by the way, is to get up there, which looks a little ridiculous. And it is. Almost. Not enough height. Timing was there, though. Oh,
Now, do I remember how to do this part? Perhaps. Wow, really close. Savable though. No! No! It was very close. There we go. That's the strat. I remember now. I remember now. Let's go. I finally came back to me. I remembered the strat at the end. That room's awesome. And now, oh God, maybe like the worst, the thing I've been looking forward to the least. Honestly, can I just have like Della help me with this part? Okay, I'm trying to remember how this even works. I'm gonna put this here. So I'm gonna backflip and then Cappy's gonna come over the railing and you just have to time the ground pound to hit the P switch. Just heard a loud crash from the kitchen and go. Oh! I got stuck. Damn it. I barely missed it. Good job though. That was good. Well, good try.
Sorry, I couldn't get it.
It's okay. We almost got it. I'm the one who f***ed up. You hit the button twice. Y, X, X, Y. Ground pound. Ground pound, ground pound, ground pound. And then you will be A and you will be B just because they need to exist. I'm not going to be much better at this on my own. I'm very bad at hitting the timing for this. It's hard for me to focus on timing with my feet while also doing the inputs with my hands. But let's try. I already f***ed it up. No! God! Come on! Ah! Ah! Come on! All right, we need to do some coin grinding. We need 15 hats and outfits. $500 moons! Now it's time to finish this shiz off. 42 shuffles to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2. Pull up, walk off the edge, pull up very quickly to jump up. Use the jump button to do this. This is ridiculous. We'll just try it. So now we're doing a CRC just like before, but this one we actually have to time it. Here we go. Oh my God, I forgot to backflip. And somehow I remembered to backflip at the exact right frame and then Cappy went straight into the frog. He literally teleported directly into the frog. I need to clip that. Oh my God. That was like the most perfect CRC. I landed as the next input went through. Cappy went directly into the frog. It's not even like he went past it and then back into it. And there, and if I had fallen to the bottom, if I wasn't in 2-player, I would have fallen to the bottom. And time! There it is! Oh my God. Sub 1330, baby! Let's go! Well, I bet if I did another one right now, I'd go really fast. I'm just saying. But I won't. Well, thanks for watching. And Moarf, if you're seeing this, good luck.